All right, Ken. So hang with me for a second here. This is on the kind of the inside point. You can see there where I've cut, and then it goes over here just to give you a frame of reference. And so that's what this side looks like. Now the side that I was talking about that got hit, you can probably already see it from here. And I'm gonna spin this around, flip it over, and I'm gonna put it right back in the same spot. And so you can see there the gaps that are, you put your finger in there almost. So what I'm seeing is right here, this is creased in pretty hard. Like it's bowed in this direction. Okay, over here it's perfectly flat. All this is flat across here, just great. All this, see how it goes in, comes out, goes back in, comes back out. So it got hit, and these are the bows I was talking about. Bowed there, bowed here, bowed here. Looks like it got hit. And then it went here and kind of went across. It looks like this is the worst part of the damage. It pushed this in. You can see where that's bowed up. This was bowed up real bad, and I just hammered and dollied it back down. So what I'm gonna try to do, literally, that's the reason this part right here needs to be pulled out. It literally needs to come back this direction, and this needs to be straightened out. You can almost tell from this angle, it's going that way. I don't know if that made any sense. It's almost going towards that way. That's obviously going, you know, but you can see how that is kind of going in. Well, that's where that got hit, and that pressed that, all that right there in, because like I said, on this side, see how smooth and nice that is? So that's what's happened. It got a hold of this, and it just pushed this in. Well, this needs to come back out, and when that comes back out, that's gonna give it enough, that would give it enough for the, actually it'd probably make it, let me see, if I pull that out, that's coming down. I'd have to think about that, but to make this back right, that'd have to come out. And then this piece here, here's my issue. So you fit this piece in to where it fits in there nice. Fits in here nice. See here, this side, if you're looking down the side, looks pretty good. You come over here, there's a huge gap. And that's because that got pushed in right there. And they just left it and used the piece they had, looks like. So that's where I'm at with, am I gonna have to splice this to get it to come in at that angle, because we've got too much room here. For your trunk, it closes perfect right now, but the way that's sitting. Also, it broke loose these welds. I could tell inside, and you might not be able to see that, but that's broke loose. Looks like somebody tried to re-weld that there. But anyway, just kind of giving you an idea of what I got going. But it fits really nice. Everything looks really nice. It's just this needs to come back in order for this right here is the piece that I was talking about. I may have to modify just this little bend, because they come down right here as you're closing the trunk, and I put tape on it to protect everything. I'm kind of anal like that. So you come down, and I don't have this locked in exactly, but you can see right there, it's touching. So it's touching right here. So I could modify this out. Just kind of make that to where it just kind of bows in just a little bit to where it'll clear that lip. But now I'm thinking, in order to get the trunk to close like it needs to, this needs to stay where it's at. So this has to be pushed back that way, which means this would have to bow in like the old piece did. You can see this old piece. You see the bow in that? That's what happened, is it pushed it in and bowed. Like this piece here is straight as an arrow. And so there's the issue. So that part of the car got pushed in a little bit. And so to fix it properly, they need to come in here and push the car back out this direction, pull the trunk back out where it was to where it would latch right. And I don't think they did that. And as a result, we've got all this cracking right here where it flexed. It probably just flexed just a little bit, just enough to break the paint. It's not as bad on this side, but you can still see where it's flexed a little bit. So anyway, this is gonna be too long to send to you. I'll probably have to get your email so you can watch it on your email, but I just figured I'd send you a quick video on what we got going. And if you want me to keep making videos like this, I can. It's not a big deal. This piece right here is separate. We talked about these 3 pieces. This piece is a separate piece. And you can see the staples. That's what staples your rubber piece that comes out here you were talking about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a piece like this and put it back in there so it gives it that rigidity and strength. So it'll have 3 pieces just like it did. I'll just use these as my templates and it basically, they come to here and stop. But I'll have to cut all this out. Like, I'll probably cut across, once I straighten this, if I do, I'll cut this out, all this rust out on both sides, all the way to here. And then I've got this new piece here. It's 18 gauge steel. It's the same thickness as this. And then I'll weld it. I'll butt weld it all the way across here. And then I'll make this panel to come in and fit in, and weld that to that. And then, like I said, they brazed. I don't know what I did with the piece that I had, but they brazed that other piece in. I don't know what I did with it now. But anyway, probably over here. Yeah, you can see how they tried to braze that back in there with brass, it looks like, instead of actually pinch welding it or plug welding it or whatever. And there you can see all the brass that they used. And that's why they had to use the filler, as you can see there, over top of it to cover up that work, because that just wouldn't be acceptable if you put paint over it. So, all right, that's it for now. I just thought I'd make that quick for you and kind of give you an idea what's going on. Again, I think the main problem is it's supposed to look like this, and it looks like that. So that needs to come out. You can kind of tell it's pushed in this way. So I'll have to give this some thought, because if I pull this out, it's going to make this come out with it, which is going to make this not want to latch right, because it's going to make it want to hit the back of the latch, because this got flexed in too. We can't flex that back without probably breaking that paint, and we don't want to do that. So that's what makes me think I'm going to have to modify that piece to bend back like this is now, if that makes sense. Because otherwise it's going to get into the trunk and doing all that, and that we don't really want to go there. So, all right, that's it.